Have you ever had a moment where you were so sure of something, only to realize later that you were completely wrong? Maybe you stayed in a toxic relationship just because you invested too much time. Or perhaps you found yourself stuck in a heated debate, only reading articles that confirmed your beliefs. Yeah, we've all been there. What if I told you that these moments aren't just random mistakes? They're patterns, mental traps, that your brain sets up without you even realizing. These are called cognitive biases, and they silently mess with our decision-making, relationships, and opportunities every single day. In this video, we're going to break down 5 cognitive biases that might be secretly ruining your life. And don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom. Once you understand these mental shortcuts, you'll start noticing them everywhere. And more importantly, you'll know how to avoid falling for them. Bias number 1, confirmation bias. Let's start with a classic, the confirmation bias. This bias is your brain's sneaky way of saying, I'm right, and here's the proof. It makes you search for, interpret, and remember only the information that fits what you already believe. For example, say you believe that eating a low-carb diet is the key to weight loss. So, you keep reading articles that support this idea and completely ignore the ones saying otherwise. The result? You stay stuck in your belief, never exploring better solutions. The fix? Play devil's advocate with yourself. Seek out opinions and data that challenge your beliefs. It's uncomfortable, but it makes you smarter. Bias number 2, Dunning-Kruger Effect. Next up, the Dunning-Kruger Effect. Ever met someone who's just started learning something new but talks like an expert? We all know someone like that, right? But here's the twist. The Dunning-Kruger Effect works both ways. Beginners overestimate their skills, while experts underestimate theirs. Picture this. You've played a few games of chess and feel ready to take on a master. Meanwhile, the real expert worries they might miss a simple move. It's frustrating for both sides. The key to beating this bias? Stay humble. Even if you feel you know it all, remind yourself, the more you learn, the more you realize how much you don't know. Bias number 3, anchoring bias. This one happens when your brain latches onto the first piece of information it sees, called the anchor, and makes decisions based on that, even if better data comes along. Example: ever see a product on sale from $1,000 to $500? You think, wow, that's a great deal. But in reality, that $1,000 might have been an inflated price from the start. Take your time. Gather multiple data points before making a decision. Remember, the first number you see isn't always the most accurate. Bias number 4, sunk cost fallacy. The sunk cost fallacy. This is the reason people stick with something even when it's no longer worth it, just because they've invested time, effort, or money into it. Example: staying in a toxic relationship, continuing a project that isn't working. The sunk cost fallacy whispers, you've come this far, might as well keep going. Sound familiar? The truth? The past is gone. Make decisions based on the future, not the past. Bias number 5, availability heuristic. Lastly, the availability heuristic tricks you into thinking something is more likely to happen just because you've heard about it recently. Example: ever watch the news and suddenly feel like plane crashes are happening all the time? Even though air travel is statistically the safest, your brain assumes otherwise because the last plane crash is fresh in your memory. Rely on data and statistics, not just your memory. The brain can play tricks when relying only on recent events. So, there you have it. 5 sneaky biases that quietly shape your decisions every day. Whether it's confirmation bias or the sunk cost fallacy, knowing these patterns helps you make smarter choices and avoid unnecessary stress. Summary of tips. 1. Challenge your beliefs. 2. Stay humble, no matter how skilled you feel. 3. Don't trust the first piece of information blindly. 4. Let go of things that no longer serve you. 5. Use data, not anecdotes, to guide your decisions. Making videos like this takes a lot of research and effort, but it's worth it if it helps you see the world with a sharper mind. If this video added value to your day, show some love by hitting that like button. And if you want to continue this journey of self-improvement, tap that subscribe button and join the Valor Path community. We've got plenty of exciting topics coming up. Ever wondered how small habits can change your entire life, or why modern life feels so empty despite having everything? Subscribe now and you won't miss out. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.